Earl Andrew from Retro Kings. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm here today to talk to you about our latest track, One More Day, which I hope you have all had a chance to listen to. If not, it's on YouTube here, it's on Spotify, etc. Apple Music, it's there. So give it a spin. It's a bit of a different track to anything else we've released so far. And it's a track I'm really proud of. I think Kyle is as well. For various reasons, performance-wise and songwriting-wise. This is a song musically that's been kicking around in my bank of riffs and ideas for quite some time, actually. And it's never really found its home until now. I have a very clear memory of writing this song, because I took huge inspiration from the Chris Cornell Euphoria Morning album. Check it out if you haven't heard it or you're not familiar with it. It was released back in 1999, and yeah, I remember a friend of mine kind of introducing me to that album, saying, "Oh, you got to check out this, some of his this solo album he's done." And to this day, I love the some of the guitar tones in that album are terrific. There's great vocal melodies, etc. Of course, as you would expect from Chris, but it was the guitar tones that really struck me on that album. And it inspired me not to copy something from it, but it inspired this song or this piece of music, very much so. And what I mean by that is little woven lines with a melody, and some of the soundscapes, kind of a little bit of phase in the guitar and that kind of thing, give it a really nice kind of ethereal, drifty sound, and I really like that. So I wanted to try and write something in that vein, and yeah, it was very clear in my mind at the time that that's what I wanted to. And some of the lines, I came up with this really nice melody, which was the beginning of the song, and this is the first part I came up with. I remember coming up with a line and going, "Oh, have to record that quickly, have to lay that down so don't forget it." Wanted to get a lot of reverb on it and really get that atmosphere. And I thought it was a really interesting line. And I kind of built the song from there. And rhythmically, that had quite a strange kind of, I wanted some tom work and stuff going on there, rather than just a straight beat. And I thought that gave the song a really interesting dynamic, and to kind of build that for a verse. So you ended up with these really nice little background chords along with the beat, and so I thought that was kind of cool. It did need a change of pace though, and there's a little hint of Ronnie James Dio kind of stuff, or dare I say a little bit of Jerry Cantrell, with a kind of Eastern flavoured that kind of a thing, give it a different vibe and really like the kind of the mystique of that. It really had a kind of, yeah, mystique is a good word for that. And yeah, so I'm blending those with the other lines. I was very tempted to put some acoustic on this, but actually when I listen to Euphoria Morning, it is very much a less is more type thing, and I didn't want to overcook it. So it's quite a simple song. You have the intro line, you have that kind of a mystique thing, and it's also a little bit of just like a little segment to break things up, and maybe to split those sections. I thought was a good idea, and I played around with some speaker effects and stuff on that. So I thought we had a really cool. Thought I had a really cool piece of music here, and the thing that was missing was, and anyone who knows me will know that I like to rock, and I like rockin' riffs and stuff, and Euphoria Morning's a great album, but it's a, you know, the songs would stay like that the whole way through. What I wanted to kind of introduce here was a really big kind of dramatic outro, and what I had in mind was a bit like you know, something by Tool, or like a big riff, or also like Metallica. Like, a lot of people would give the Load album a lot of stick, but Bleeding Me's a great song, and there's a really cool kind of heavy part in that song, and I kind of thought, yeah, that having a really cool big outro would really kind of round this off, and it means the song's going somewhere. It's got a trajectory. And came up with this, what I think is an epic riff. And as I say, I've had that bit of music for quite some time, and forming Retro Kings with Kyle, he's just such an outstanding voice and an outstanding range, and I immediately thought about this song, because for me, Kyle has that Chris Cornell type range, and I thought, wow, you know, it's perfect. You know, that's a perfect piece of music for him to sing over. I kind of thought, you know, finally, it's kind of like a full circle thing. It's always what I had in mind for that piece of music. So wrote a couple of songs first, and yeah, we did This Time, we wrote Devouring Power, and we wrote UC. And it was at that point where I thought to myself, right, I'm gonna record this piece. You know, even though I'd had that in my bank of riffs and stuff, it was in here, knew how to play it instantly. So made it fresh, you know, recorded it, got it laid down. Wanted to make sure it sonically it sounded right and really created the right atmosphere and stuff. And yeah, I think Kyle absolutely knocked it out of the park. I mean, you can check out what he says about the story behind the lyrics on this one, but he he loves that riff, that outro riff. I remember him ringing me when I emailed this song across to him and saying, he was like, dude, that's an epic riff. I'm gonna have to come up with a an epic vocal line to match that. It's like, where did that come from? That's a serious riff, which is great to hear, you know. And he really did come up with an immense vocal line that really matches the drama of that of that outro. And Yusuf, who does some of our lyric videos for us, he really got that sense of drama. You can check out our lyric video, and you know, it's one more day, so it's sunrises, sunsets, and yeah, it's in the moonrise for the outro, and I think that's a really, really, really cool touch. I think he's done it brilliantly. Really, really adds that sense of, there's a sinister aspect, and I loved all the little whispers and the laughter and stuff that Kyle did with all the multiple voices in there, just on the build up to this, because you know, the outro, it's a build up to that riff, you know, way. All that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just think it's really, really atmospheric. So yeah, it's a great track. I always feel like it's one of those songs that it's all about the outro. Without disrespecting the rest of the song, it sets all the groundwork. It's leading you there, and that's different. Requires a little bit of patience, maybe, but you know, there's some great songs that have, you know, stunning kind of outros like that, you know, Stairway, etc., etc. Not that I'm comparing it to that, but yeah, it's a different type of way to approach songwriting, and a very enjoyable one. Really, really enjoyed getting the sounds, the guitar tones on this one as well. Both for the quieter section and for the and for the rocked up section, the outro. I used a couple of guitars. Used my Tokai Explorer here. It's a really, really beefy guitar, and it's great for getting a huge rock sound. If you want something to sound big, this is kind of my guitar I would go to. I used this one on Fire as well. It just sounds huge. And then I kind of got a few different kind of amp sounds and stuff. Tracked those, and then I layered it with my Strat, which is this 1950s 50th anniversary American Strat. It's a superb guitar as well, but I yeah, sometimes combining guitars is a great way of making it sound absolutely huge. And yeah, without giving too many of the secrets away, the Strat was used. A little bit of lead work peppered in just towards the end as well, with just a crybaby and this, a little bit of whammy bar work, and yeah, that was it. Pretty straightforward, really. But sonically, it really worked, and we got this across to Liam Bradley. Did all the drums on this album for us, and Liam's brilliant drummer. He's drummed for Van Morrison and a lot of others. Done a lot of session work and stuff as well. Fantastic drummer, really experienced, and And he did some great work on this track as well. He really got the vibe off it. There's a lot of little subtle percussive pads and bongo work and that kind of stuff going on. If you get your headphones on and listen, you'll hear that all during the verses and the choruses. It's all kind of going on there. And then he just got the vibe right for that outro, and some really nice percussive bits on the kind of on the whispery bit as well, with some chimes and stuff. It just really added to the atmosphere of it. So yeah, thanks very much for listening, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this track, and please do give it a listen, give it a like. Share it with your friends, etc. Very proud of this song, and we hope you enjoy it, and let us know what you think of it, etc. New track coming out very, very soon, so like, subscribe. If you subscribe, it means you'll get a wee notification, all that kind of stuff, for the next song, which should be landing next Sunday. So we have a lot of exciting plans ahead for 2025. So yeah, stay tuned, and speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.